Hi, folks. I eat the same thing at the same time every day. And I enjoy my food. I love it. I never get bored. I save lots of time, lots of energy. I overcome the decision fatigue of what am I going to have. And I also don't fall prey to eating a box of Pop-Tarts or a bag of Cheetos because I always have my food either prepared or I know exactly what I'm going to cook at that time of day. In this video, we're going to explore that, how to eat the same thing at the same time to overcome decision fatigue and complexity bias. Hi, folks. My name is Eric Herdman. I'm a professional speaker. Today, we're talking about eating the same thing at the same time every single day. If you like what we're doing here, go down below, hit the like and subscribe button. That way you'll be up to date on the latest that's happening on the channel. So eating the same thing at the same time every day sounds boring? No, not at all. It's what works. And what I mean by what works, first of all, I don't have to think about what I'm going to eat. I pretty much eat the same staple of foods over and over again. And this video is not about the foods or what I eat. I may give some examples, but please consult your healthcare professional or dietitian for the specifics that work best for you. But I also prep my meals ahead of time for a lot of the obvious reasons of travel and a busy schedule and presenting and having just short windows of time to eat. And this way of eating helps with that also. Again, knowing that I'm going to eat the same type of foods, the same 4 meals every single day. That's right, I eat 4 times a day, eat the same thing at the first meal, second meal, third meal, and you guessed it, the 4th meal. I can prepare those foods ahead of time, and then they're in the refrigerator, they're labeled as to what meal they are, so I can just literally grab them, heat them up. Or if I'm going to prepare something fresh, I just know that I go to the refrigerator, grab those ingredients, and cook them, and that's that meal. A couple other things this helps with. The obvious of keeping a complex diet going of what am I going to have, and of course having to shop for all those items, that boggles the mind, and then having to prepare them and recipes. I've got the recipes here. They're in my head. I've made them so many times it's routine to make these foods. And I have my schedule set up so that I know exactly what I'm going to have. Again, if I'm going to just grab it out of the refrigerator and heat it up, or grab those items and prepare it. So very little thinking going on here. And oh, by the way, grocery shopping, I use the same list, and all I do is create it as a template inside of Apple Reminders, and I just go in and open up the template when I go grocery shopping, and guess what? It's the same list every single time. This, as I mentioned, does a lot. It helps overcome decision fatigue. I don't have to waste time deciding that. It helps with the complexity bias of, well, thinking about all the food we could eat and all the choices, that just, again, the paradox of choice, as well as it's just very complex and taxing on us. But there is a third benefit. I eat the foods that like me, meaning I eat the foods that make me feel the best, that keep me productive, that keep me having a high level of satiety. And yes, that is important. If you have any design or focus on your fitness, your health, your well-being, aesthetics, that is the way to go. It is another central and paramount trait and characteristics of those folks that are doing well and looking well in the health and fitness and aesthetics department. They tend to eat the same thing over and over again. You find what works and you make it every single day, and you put that schedule on rinse and repeat. The other thing this does is that it makes it so that I don't worry about food, meaning I wonder when my next meal is, or how I'm going to fit it in, or where I'm going to fit it in. I'm pretty much making sure that in my schedule I have time to get those 4 meals in. It's pretty much done. I don't struggle with excessive amounts of hunger. I'm not really ever over full, like, I just had Thanksgiving dinner. That's not happening because, again, I know not only what to eat and when to eat it, I know the portion size and the macronutrients and the calories that work for me. Best way to get this started is to, well, start by tracking the food you eat. I'm not even talking about like a food diary, like a dietitian or a trainer or someone in that world would have you do. Just simply make an inventory, just a big giant list of the foods that you eat, thinking across maybe a 3 to 5 day period. And then think about how many of those foods are kind of like a one-off or maybe an extra or a treat or because of a special occasion like a holiday or a birthday. And if that's the case, then don't count those. Those extras, of course, you can still have those, but think about the foods that make you feel the best, that are nourishing to you, that really make you your best self and your most productive. They don't cause you any gastrointestinal distress or any brain fog or make you feel overly hungry after eating them, which some foods can do, or overly full even after eating, like some foods can do. Also think about your beverages, if that's coffee or water or some sort of drink that you like. Make sure that's on the list. And then shop for those items and then try either, again, like I said, having those ingredients readily available, always available. So if you are going to cook something from scratch, you can easily go to the refrigerator and pantry and grab those things and cook them, and voila, you have a meal. Or you could even, if you want to go to that next level of eradicating some decision fatigue and really, robbing our executive functions of thinking and creating and problem solving by having too many choices and too many things to think about, you could even prepare those meals ahead of time and then simply figure out your schedule and where you're going to eat them, mark them up that way. All you have to do is walk to the refrigerator, walk to a microwave, and you have a meal. So that's a really good way to start. If you have any other questions or comments, post those down below. And as always, make sure you take care of yourself so you can take care of each other. And I'll see you in the next video.